usually regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the honor and privilege to sing second. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So the Navy midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. Army ran all over Navy in the last meeting, the cadets winning in a blowout.
Army really handled everything so great. All this that goes into this game, their stage, all the pageantry before, they handled it very businesslike, and they took care of Navy, and Navy has heard about it for 364 days.
Well, obviously Navy then, David, they have to come out and they've got to be able to handle their emotions. You know, both academies, they circle this date every single year. This is
wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good three-star running back just this past week. He smashes his way through again. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Navy quick to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Back to pass, it's Estrada. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So Army's offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
I love the decision to keep the football on the option right there. That reminds me of Ahmad Bradshaw, who recently at Army, member, led him to a 10-win season, set a single-season record with over 1,700 rushing yards. Did it from the quarterback position because he made good decisions, knew when to keep the football, was keying and had his eyes where they needed to be. That's exactly what this guy just showed you on that last play.
Makes the grab. It's Rooks. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Black Knights. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Scanning the field, it's Estrada. Flips it out in the flat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Navy quick to the line. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Power football with the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Black Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Thompson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game and the Mids blew him out.
And since that first blowout, obviously this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in the sport, this is it right here.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Army! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
End zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Navy offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Navy quick to the line. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives. And there he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Handoff to the lone back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to throw, it's Estrada. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than that.
Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Black Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for a crease to the left. Got room to work. Touchdown, Army! Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Navy will go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Running back searching for a hole. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Navy quick to the line. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's in open space downfield. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. To the air, it's Estrada. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. Looking downfield on first down. Skips away from pressure. He's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Estrada. Fires one high and deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got the first down. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Black Knights in the hurry-up. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Army! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, we're 2 quarters from finding out who's going to sing second, and already Army and Navy have hit some high notes.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. RPO complete to open the drive. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got a little space. Quarterback's got the first. Turning it on. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Quarterback making checks. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Brian Knights. The offense cashing it in on that drive. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Got room at the 35. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Made a defender miss. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now on the option. The pitch. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but It really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. There he goes! Touchdown, Army! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. He'll keep it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A first down for the offense. The running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Estrada. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. You complete the pass, but short of the sticks. Results the same. Here comes the punt team. Wants to bring it back. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Open space at the 25. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. It's a really nice run.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And I know you give
can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Grab near the marker. It's Thompson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Black Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking for the score. Give him 6. Touchdown, Black Knights.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Navy offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Carter. Breaks into the open. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The throw to the outside is complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Looking to scramble. Firing to the right, complete. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 45, on his way. Wide open space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. to the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Dillon. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Perhaps you're not aware, the Army actually has more votes than the Navy, and today they also had more points. And as a result, they will celebrate a win in this rivalry game with the traditional Sing Second.